Welcome back to a brand new Clash Royale video, guys. My name is Chief Pat, and today we're going to be hopping into a couple more matches on our Chief Pat 2 account, continuing our Let's Play series after our first ever loss inside of the last episode. That's right, if you didn't see the last episode, we lost for the first time in 50 plus games, so we're going to have to go on a little bit of a revenge tour today. Start by upgrading our Valkyrie and our Fireball, leaving us only a couple of experience points away from upgrading to level 6. However, we are at 673 trophies, so before we move up to level 6, let's definitely try to hit Builder's Workshop, which is only about 20 something trophies away, starting off against Magicus, who is a level 7. Alright, so he's going to be starting off strong with the Hog Rider and the Prince Push. I'm going to play a Bomb Tower. I would have liked to play Goblins if I had them, but it looks like my Prince plus my Tower were able to take out both of his pushing troops, and now that we're going on the offensive, I actually dropped a Knight just to see what he was going to play, seeing as my Prince was only at a couple of HP, and overall got some pretty good value seeing as we took out a lot of those Barbarians, and now we can just play the Baby Dragon as a counter to the Barbs. Now, if you guys have not seen already, whenever I talk about what to use to counter a spawner deck, I'm going to answer this inside of this video, even though I'm not playing one right now. People always ask, what troops should they bring? What buildings should they bring? Let me just name a couple off the top of my head. If you guys want to counter a spawner deck, which the Barbarians reminded me of, you should have a Baby Dragon, you can use the Bomb Tower, you can use the Bomber, you can use the Valkyrie, you can use the Wizard, you can use a bunch of different troops, you can use the Lightning Spell if you're hitting two of the huts at once. There's a bunch of different cards to use. Personally, for me, I'm a big fan of the Baby Dragon and the Valkyrie, so those are the two I bring in my deck. Of course, I have the Bomb Tower as well, so there's pretty much no way I would lose to one of those. So yeah, there's your answer right there. Hopefully that'll help you guys out who are getting hit by a lot of those spawner decks. Let's go ahead and go for a push on the right hand side of the map. So we're going to take that Hog Rider damage. It's really not going to be that bad, and I think that this guy didn't have Zap, so that's why I didn't drop it whenever I saw the Hog Rider, or that's why I didn't care when I dropped the Goblins on the left side of the map that he was dropping his Hog Rider. If he had Hog Rider plus the Zap, he might have been able to actually take my tower, so a little bit of a risk right there, but let's go ahead and see as our Baby Dragon makes its way down the right hand side. He's actually not going to care and just drop a Prince on the left. So the surprise Prince is always the deadliest. Fortunately, I was expecting at least something. We actually dropped our Valkyrie and our Knight. Cost us 7 elixir, but he will have to respond to the Valkyrie in the other lane. And at this point, checking my Fireball, I'm not exactly sure if it has enough to take out the tower. I forgot what it said on top of there, but make sure you guys always check your spell's damage before you drop it on a tower. If you ever want to see how to do that, all you have to do is hold it down and it'll show you what it is. Looks like he's going to drop a freeze pretty early, giving me plenty of time to react, so I can use a Fireball against the minion horde right there, and that's sort of going to be the struggle of the rest of this map. I have to find the right time to drop the Fireball, seeing as he does have the minion horde, so that means I have to save my Baby Dragon for the right time, make sure I can use it against the minion horde. Looks like he's going to drop a Wizard to try to shoot over the top, but let's go ahead and actually snowball a huge push on this right hand lane after he drops both his Prince as well as the Hog Rider on the left hand side of the map. So some of our troops are making their way through. We actually have to Fireball down some of his troops over here, seeing as he was making a lot of progress, but take a look at our Baby Dragon and our Musketeer. They have plenty of damage to do some over the top to that tower, giving us the 1 crown to 0 victory over Magicus, and overall 30 trophies plus a silver chest. Now, something I've noticed as I've climbed is something pretty depressing regarding crown chests. However, taking a look at the Builder's Workshop, we did finally hit that achievement at level 5, probably one of the few to hit there, seeing as I'm not sure how many people had the win streak that I did. That was pretty crazy, and definitely a lot of luck as well along the way. But taking a look at the cards we've got the Mortar, Elixir Collector, and the Golem. I don't see myself using all 3 of those inside of my deck. Maybe the Golem. I don't think the Elixir Collector is a good card to have in your deck whenever you are a lower level, which obviously I'm going to be pretty much for the rest of my life on this account. But let's go ahead and hop into some more battles, and continuing on that crown chest, you guys have probably noticed that most of my battles are now 1 to 0, or a lot of the ones that I don't show you guys on screen are actually ties. I'm having a crazy amount of ties, and the wins that I'm able to get in these crazy mismatches are only 1 to 0 victories, so it's taking me extremely long to get my crown chests. Long are the days of 3 crown battles over and over again, so one of the definite negatives of pushing up here as a level 5, so maybe in the future I'll drop a couple of battles just so I can get my crown chests a little bit quicker, because I can play like maybe 10 matches, and let's say I win 5 of them and then I draw 5 of them, and all of the 5 wins were only by 1 crown, it's going to take a long time for me to get that crown chest. So definitely a disadvantage from pushing in this game, and being higher in a league than you're supposed to be is the crown chest. So a little bit of an unfortunate problem. Not sure what they can do to fix that. Maybe if you're playing people higher level than you, it could give you a bonus towards your crown chest. But anyways, that's just speculating. Let's go ahead and do a small push on the right-hand side, seeing as he dropped an elixir collector. With both our prince and our goblin, I actually was going to drop the fireball to see if I could take out that tower. But remembering that he is the minion horde, that is the most important thing inside of this battle. I don't want to waste my fireball into those archers. I'd rather try to get a little bit more value, which I'm going to do with that prince right there. So we took a little bit of a chunk off the prince. And now with the hog rider riding down the lane, we actually have our knight at a little bit of HP, so he can help out with the hog rider, and now there's only 255 damage left on his right hand tower. So of course 2 fireballs will be able to take that out, and if we get a little bit more damage from anyone else, we'll definitely be able to take that out as well. Let's go ahead and prep for a little bit more defense with this bomb tower right here, and see what our opponent plays to counter. Okay, so archers will die in just a second, and it'll be interesting to see if he plays his minion horde, because if he does, I can easily use my baby dragon to counter that. He could also use just something slow building from the back. He opted for the elixir collector, and because he played that elixir collector, maybe not a bad idea to fireball it. We will get a decent amount of value, and take a look at that baby dragon. He plays a minion horde into my baby dragon and bomb tower, which is really great for us. We don't have to be afraid of using our fireball, since our baby dragon was really our only other counter, and at this point all we have to do is play some defense, get a fireball on that right hand tower, and that should be all she wrote for this game, as he mirrors hog riders down the right hand lane for an absolutely insane push. Okay, so one more fireball, seeing as we do have the elixir advantage. Prince is going to run down that musketeer, and at this point not too much our friend Foggy can do. As we drop a couple more troops on the left hand side, that should pretty much do it. Of course, minion horde got countered by the baby dragon. Luckily we didn't have to have our fireball for that one. Valkyrie will spin around and kill the rest of these troops, giving us another win against a level 7 up in Builder's Workshop, and that will do it for this game, with yet again another 1-0 victory. So far so good. We haven't lost since the last time that we played. I think are like 58-1 right now on this account. I know I played one match off camera again because now I don't care about the streak anymore and I can play whenever I want. I don't have to worry about recording it. Let's go ahead and hop into one more match against AlexGamer01, and let's take a look at our starting hand. So he starts with WoW. I don't know if he's saying WoW because maybe he knows who I am or he sees that I'm a level 5 up here, but looks like he's going to play some barbarians in the left hand lane. Not really sure what his strategy is just yet. Barbarians are a pretty interesting starting card, so let's play our bomb tower in the center and see what he follows up with, seeing as that should decimate his push. So 5 elixir for the barbarians, 3 elixir for the minions. Those will all go down in just a second, and take a look at the mortar. We're finally reaching some mortar players. This is the day I dreaded. I really hate the mortar. It's pretty ridiculous that it's still in the state that it's in 3 months into the game, and it's been nerfed since it came out in soft launch in the select number of countries. So still working on the balancing of the mortar inside of the game, and we're probably going to pay the price playing against this level 7. And let's go ahead and see what we can do. Okay, so he starts with a fireball on the bomb tower as well as the crown tower. Now, I don't think that's the smartest decision, so we're going to go ahead and push the right hand lane. We've got the prince and the Valkyrie doing an insane amount of damage. Now the tower's only down to 497 HP, which should give us a little bit of help. Now, setting up our fireball, we're going to go ahead and fireball all 4 of those barbarians. Knight does have enough damage to help out and actually be able to take those guys out. And seeing as only spear goblins are left, we don't really have to worry about those until he drops a mortar on the right hand side of the map. A level 8 mortar when I have level 6 troops, plus his fireball one-shots my barbarians, or my musketeer, which shouldn't happen unless your rares have a crazy amount of levels on your opponent. So really just a sad match. I'm getting out-leveled. He's using a cheese deck against me, so pretty much all the complaints that you could ever have inside of Clash Royale are apparent inside of this match, and he's going to play an elixir collector in the very center. So my win condition for the rest of this match is pretty tough. I have to defend against a mortar. I'm 2 levels lower. My fireball only does 170 damage, which means I have to drop 3 fireballs. And yeah, sad times, and it looks like his mortar actually locked onto my tower. Are you serious? It didn't lock onto the knight. Mortar's going to be going crazy for some reason. It still exists inside of this game. No idea whatsoever why this card would exist. a little bit of baby rage alongside my baby dragon, and that's going to be my tower going down as he plays an Inferno tower and an Elixir collector to defend his base. This is just the epitome of what's wrong with the mortar. Just defending your base 2 levels above. Nothing really I can do right here. 25 seconds left. I've got my knight trying to attack that mortar. Of course, he's using his Elixir collector. He'll probably drop an Inferno tower. He'll probably drop those level 8 barbarians. Level 4, yeah, this is pretty much over. This is going to be our second loss ever on this account. I wouldn't count this as a loss against a mortar user. I'm sure you guys feel the same way as well. Just really a stupid strategy right now inside of the game where we actually only ended up losing by a single fireball despite all of the stuff that was going against us. So that's going to be a game right there. Minus 25 trophies. Again, trophies really aren't too big on this account. So we're going to end up a little bit above 1700 for the Builder's Workshop. 1708, in fact, and we actually did get our crown chest, which is the silver lining in all of this. So let's go ahead and open that up. We're going to get 200 gold. Can use as much gold as possible. 2 gems. Every gem counts. A single barbarian. We unlock the mortar. Are you trolling me, Supercell? You're going to play someone with a mortar in front of me and then give me some mortars. Alright, we got some Inferno Towers and some Teslas, but still, all of those were defensive cards pretty much besides that one Barbarian. And collecting that achievement, that's going to put us at 399 out of 400 XP going to level 6. So we will save that for the next episode. And yeah, hopefully we'll keep progressing, getting some of our cards up to fight some of these guys inside of Builder Workshop. I'll keep giving you guys my best strategies I have along the way, and that is going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you drop a like. If you hate mortar users, also drop a like as well. Until next time, I will see you guys later. Peace!